Jozani bogogo nomkhulu basendoda Gogo Bathini Mbatha umavula kuvula izinama yodonta u-Auntie Usha #1 Locksmith. Guys, today I want us to discuss the issue of being disciplined when you are using Muti. Phew. I have touched this in many of my videos actually on this same channel, but it seems like people never really paid attention of what I was talking about. It is very crucial and important for us to respect Muti. Muti is always alive. Whether underground, on the container, wherever Muti is always alive. Whether you want to disagree or you want us to discuss it or to debate it further, it's okay. But the bottom line is that Muti is alive. And because of Muti is alive, Muti has its own principles. You cannot treat Muti as you are treating an ointment from the shop. Muti is not a lotion. You can apply lotion and do whatever you want after applying that lotion, because you can always apply it tomorrow. It will still be the same lotion. But when it comes to Muti, you're talking about a sensitive animal. I call Muti an animal. You're dealing with a sensitive animal, whereby if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself in a position whereby you don't see Muti working for you, or rather you claim that Muti doesn't work for you. Please be careful. I'm not saying Muti works for everybody. However, Muti is alive. Muti works. But today we're not talking about the fact whether Muti works or Muti doesn't work. We're talking about the principles of using Muti. Then we can tell which does Muti works or it doesn't. People can travel to all over the world to source Muti, to source help for magic wealth, which we call it Tuktwala. They can cross borders to do that. They can cross provinces. They can cross towns. They can cross townships. They can cross streets in looking for help. However, if they find that help, they don't use that stuff that they got. They don't. Gogo, I was in your treatment, and then on day what, my girlfriend popped in and I didn't invite her. Gogo, I've started my treatment. I forgot that I need to visit my boyfriend. Gogo, I've started a lot of stories. Other stories are genuine, yes, that I must say. Other stories, you can tell it's okay. Here, they wasted their money, I wasted my Muti. But the painful part, the blame is always pushed to a healer. That's a painful part. There are very few people who will say, Gogo, you gave me whatever you gave me. I did not use it. Can we please start afresh? And you have to pay, because I've already done my part. And it's you who didn't play your role. It's words of these guys that goes across the border. Guys, if you go across the border or wherever actually, don't expect another healer to rectify your mistakes, that healer's mistakes, which is across the border. It's not fair for us in South Africa, or rather I'll say in Africa, but most of the time It's people that move around Africa. They leave us in South Africa. It's okay. We're not, or rather, I'm not, worried about people going to source help somewhere else. I also do that a lot. However, cannot come back here and then go to the healer around and say, hey, I've messed up. Please assist me here. Because things they might get worse. Then I'm blaming him or her because there's just us around the corner. I've never find myself in a position whereby in my travelings I'm now having to deal with something that I really don't know. Until I was assisting somebody, and as I was assisting, I got to assist them a bit late. But I am working on that because I know what needs to be done so that I don't continue getting infected myself as well. Because this thing is also affecting me. However, I cannot blame those people across the borders and everything. I just need to go back and rectify whatever the wrongdoing was. So you leave your place, you leave your comfort zone, you go. Let's say you travel by the taxi, even if you travel by your car. However, you have to travel. You have to travel along kilometers and kilometers to get a treatment, but you don't use that treatment. Other people, they don't even use mere water from the prophet. This water has been prayed for. This is how you must use it. You must put a bit on the water when you bath. You must put a bit when you cook and everything. All those instructions. We spoke a lot about the issue of be ready to take notes and have prepared questions when you go to the healer. It is difficult for us to explain how does Muti works, whereby you'll say to me, I had to change the packet or whatever packet was what, but the Muti is brownish. Gogo, it's brownish. It has, something that is shiny and everything. I don't know what you're talking about. Because we are talking about something that is alive. There's Muti that can change color if they stay on a certain place for a certain number of days or whatever. So if you are not using Muti that you went to fetch, that you paid for, where do you think you'll get help then? What do you think it will assist you? I'm going further with this topic. Let's talk about the issue of ukthwala, or just a simple inzila imali. I think inzila imali is a good example. Inzila imali, it's a mixture of Muti that its purpose is to make sure ukuthi you don't get broke, you don't get poor. It makes sure that it opens all the channels of wealth to come to your direction. However, you're not going to go and sit down on your couch and wait for things to happen. But it needs you to go there and seek and look for something and or pursue whatever that you want it to bring you money. So intile mali, many people they misunderstood it. They just think because in intile mali things will happen. I'm going to win lotto tomorrow or whatever. You won't win lotto if you didn't go and play lotto. If you didn't go and take a chance. You won't. Definitely won't. So you need to make sure ukuthi when you do insulin, that's why when you do it here at home, there are instructions that will tell you ukuthi you put so much money here, you do this, you do this, you do this. But people don't do that. People don't do that. People expect things to happen automatically. You sit home, you don't use treatment, and the next thing you expect things to happen. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't, definitely doesn't work like that. Muti, if you're using Muti, you need to walk the journey with your Muti. You cannot just send Muti forward and expect things to happen. You cannot start a process of having a child, for example, and you have been given, mixture of herbs to drink, to do something, to spade or whatever. But people don't do that. Yet they expect to be pregnant. It's impossible. You are looking for a job, you came, you paid the £5 for you, as we're doing the program this year, for you to get a job, which is, it's a compliment. I don't know what to call it. It's a sponsorship from my ancestors. I was charging around 1.5 because I was definitely sure that you will get the job. However, whether I was charging 1,500 or now charging £5 for you to get a job, it doesn't mean you mustn't apply. It doesn't mean you're going to get a job of being a manager of Pick and Pay while you don't qualify to be a manager. It doesn't work like that. You walk with your Muti. You and your Muti zamba kanje. Bathi ithupha eziyogwayini. Nihamba kanje, you and your Muti. You cannot just sit down and say, my Muti will work for me and everything. Those are one of the things that needs you to be disciplined on. You went to Mpang and you got the stuff that you got the ritual that you got. You come back, you've been told, ukuthi, no sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse, it means you must sleep alone, rather. Because of, you can be, you can look next door and done. So you need to be careful in a way that you before you go, don't make love today and then wake up tomorrow morning you're going to your hlola, for example. But I'm still going to talk about the preparations of for consultation. I'll talk about that in maybe in our next video. The preparation for a better. Actually, we'll put it in the same video. But for now, let's communicate about respecting Umuti. Respecting this animal called Umuti. That's why there's other people, I'm not saying not all, but there's other people who say, hey, I started using number 1, but I saw things happening. While the first one, it was not for you to see things happening likewise, but it's for you to be relieved. Obviously, when you are now relieved, you see things opening. But one of the treatments that we have, it shows you the enemies that are very close. Your enemies don't reside overseas. The people that are using witchcraft on you, they don't cross borders. They are local. They will cross borders to collect whatever, but they are local, and they are not just local, they are next to you. They are very near you. So we need to be careful when you're using Umuti, because when those things are revealed by Umuti, you must know what, yes, you still to focus. Don't change your focus now and say, Bathini, now we're going. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Focus on your Muti and you'll see the difference. Tinaga, when we're using, when we give it treatment, we give it a break. Give it about 5 days break in between. So that the first treatment, it gets enough opportunity to work on what it's supposed to work on when we do now in Zilaimali. But, and then when we use the second treatment or the third treatment, the second one, it starts on the refreshed, on the clean slate. Then it also does what it was meant to do in your life. Then you finish the courses. People will call me and say, Gogo, I still have something left. It depends on what Muti is that. If your Muti, it was just for you to get a job, or your business is not doing well, things are not well at work, things like that, I will advise to say, okay, it's fine. You can keep it as long as you know that this one does this and this one does this. Then it's okay. That can be done. That then you can put it aside. But all the motives that you are supposed to use once off, you are supposed to do that, and you forgot and everything. Now, if I can't see what this herb, what is it, and it's already grinded and everything, I throw it away. Yes, I know it's money and everything. I throw it away because it's risky for me. It's very risky for me to continue using that Muti because I am not sure. Being sure, it means you don't know. So if you don't know, don't risk it because you are risking to somebody's life. You're risking somebody's lives. I do that. I throw it away. So you using Umuti, it means you need to be alone. You cannot use Umuti and go and sit on the table and then you say, no, I'm not drinking, I'm in a treatment. But you are not at home. You are not in your space. The only place you can go to when you're using Muti and you're still busy with it is to go to work. If you can get a leave, even better. The best place to use Muti is where you stay. Whether in a flat, inside the river, whatever, wherever you stay, you need to be there. Do your treatment. Don't be seen all over the place. Remember, you are fighting enemies that you don't even know. So while you are fighting, maybe the people you are telling at the tavern or at the shops whereby you just go and chill, those people, maybe one of them is your enemy. Now they know that you are busy with something. Then they strike again. So when you are using Muti, you respect Muti to such a way that you stay home. You don't go around collecting more bad spirits. That's the reason. You stay home. You stay home. You finish your course. I like it when I finish the course, then I give it an extra 3 to 4 days. Not moving. Not driving, nothing. I'm at home. So that by the time I leave, I leave the yard, I leave my space, I can see the difference to say, oh, okay, this one, yeah. Again, when you are using Umuti, because you be at home, if you have internet access, you have all your documents on your phone, with ID copies, your qualifications, as well as your whatever, driver's license, you have them on your phone. Then you have an opportunity looking for a job and then you apply. You apply. You still at home. Avoid social media when you are on treatment. Avoid social media by all means while you are in treatment. Avoid it. It's going to change your mood. You're gonna get to TikTok, and then you find a TikTok, they're talking about a certain word of Umuti, and you heard about that word in the mixture of imiti that the healer gave you. Then you start questioning your herbs, or they're saying to you, if your herbs doesn't have a certain herb on it, which means your Muti won't work. We don't mix the same. And you don't even know what I've mixed, but you'll assume that, what if Gogo didn't put this Muti, and no, let me go to this person. We don't mix the same. We don't. I'm experienced healer, so if it can happen that I see such, I won't be disturbed. No, I won't. Because we discuss this as healers to say, mungafaka ngusbanibani ngeke usebenze induku yakho, mungafaka usbanibani ngeke usebenze induku yakho and everything. We discuss it. It's our language. But it doesn't mean that really it won't work. No, it doesn't mean that. So stay away from social media. Just put your WhatsApp. Just give your WhatsApp a break as well, if possible. Give your WhatsApp a break. Be careful what calls do you take. You stay home. You stay away from social media. You stay home. You stay away from social media. You filter the calls you take. You don't take any calls that comes your way. You filter the calls. You know people that will bring problems. When you answer their phone, you know Gucci, he's one of the people, this treatment. Make sure Gucci, your WhatsApp, it's not too busy. Sometimes companies, they now respond on WhatsApp and what. Make sure it's not too busy, because it's going to disturb you. So if you use those principles and you take a break as you are told, if you are a lady, don't call and question the issue of going on your periods while you had an opportunity to write the questions down when you're going to read. Gogo, what if I go to my periods? Because there's some stuff, there's herbs that I use that I know they're very strong. If a woman is weak, they'll definitely go on periods instantly. That helps if you have them in your house. If you can mix water with it, that animal stands up on you, and woman goes on periods. Males, most of the time, they'll have headache, they'll have being dizzy like and everything. So it is very important that we follow these principles. There are many. Others, you can add them yourself. There's too much of them. So it is very important that we know for sure what is it that is expected from using Umuti. I hope I've covered that part very clear and very careful in terms of using my words, because in social media and in podcasts and everything, we have critics. People, they go to your channel because they want to criticize, they want to prove you wrong, they want to talk all the bad things about you. That's why I'm saying stay away from social media if you know or you are busy with something. Remember, there was a time I was not in social media for more than a month. I was not really active on social media, especially on doing videos and everything, because emotionally I was not okay. I was totally not okay. I'm still not okay. However, I'm working on whatever that is bothering me, because it's a process as well. It's a process, because I cannot come here to you as a subscriber, to you as a first-time viewer, or to you as a regular visitor to this channel, and all you see is tears. All you see is grumpy Gogo Bathini Mbatha. I can't. I need to be able to give you hope. I need to be able to make sure you receive the message from a conducive channel. Not a toxic channel to say, hey, I was angry at this person. These people are scamming people on my name on social media. Hey, and then I fought. No, I always talk with the same tone. So I took a break because of I wanted to be okay, so that I can continue from where I have left. Then let's quickly get to the issue of preparing for consultation. Preparing for consultation, I will say you need to do ancestral prayer prior to even making a booking. Even it can be a day before you're making a booking. The information, it is still available in this booklet. This booklet will assist you in terms of ancestral praying. Copies are still available. If you're around Mpangeni, it's only 100 Rand. If you want us to send it via Postnet, it's 160 Rand. 60 Rand for Postnet. And then I'll explain it further in terms of what problems we come across at the office regarding the bookings, the ordering of the books at your end, guys. So when you are planning to go to consultation, we are part with your yellow and blue and talk to your ancestors to say, if this is a person that you really want to tell him or her about what I'm faced with, what stops my life from progressing, please give me guidance, give me money so that I can reach them, so that I can reach there. That is point number one. Point number two, prepare questions. Prepare questions. Point number three, arrive early. Ancestors are more responsive or are better responding in the morning. Arrive safe. Arrive alive and safe. Guys, I don't know how can I emphasize this, guys. I don't know. I don't know. And I was talking to a number of healers about how you guys take advantage of us because we are traditional healers, which means you assume we have nothing to do with our lives except waiting for you. You cannot arrive at the healer's place on 12 and then you tell the story with I'm from far and everything. We travel to countries and when you get there, they will tell you straight that you need to be here at least by 7. Let it be the healer's delay rather than you not being there early. They tell us straight, and then you have to sleep. And where you sleep, they don't care. They definitely don't care. If you're going to see a specialist in Cape Town, you don't ask a specialist to organize accommodation for you. You arrive a day before. You prepare yourself for accommodation. Whether you travel by taxi, by bus and everything, you get there well prepared because you're going to meet a specialist, maybe a cancer specialist, a brain surgeon, whatever doctor you're going to meet, because those doctors are specialists. You prepare, but when you go to the traditional, even more important one, the traditional healer, you don't get prepared. So you must arrive alive and early if you know what's good for you, if you really want to get a proper consultation. You make sure you write your questions. You arrive early. Stop talking too much before you get into a consultation room. I've seen people getting inside the consultation room being a bit upset or disturbed because of now the debate they had in the waiting area. So when you arrive there, if the waiting area is under the tree, you sit down. If the waiting area there's a shelter that or a room or whatever, you sit down. Avoid staying in your car when you come for consultation. It's like you're still at home. It's like you don't know what to do. Because while you are staying in the car, you are busy with something that will interrupt your consultation. That will go north. You don't need that. So during your waiting, you keep quiet. You stay away from your phone. Your boss, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your child and everything, they will call you and tell you something that will disturb you, not because of they wanted to disturb you, but because of they needed to talk to you. However, you're not avoiding a phone because of you're avoiding them. You want to get into a consultation room being clear-minded. So we need to be careful about that, guys. Whether we like it or not, we need to be careful. So that at the end of the day, you don't come out there and say, she or he didn't tell me what I wanted to hear. That's another problem. You go for consultation because of you know exactly what you want to hear. And if you are told what you need to know, you get upset. Then you don't know what is happening. Again, the principles of yellow and blue in this booklet, in terms of uphahla, the ancestral prayer, you can use the same principles for going to for consultation. I don't know which chapter is it. Let me remind myself here. Or to which chapter is it that I've mentioned the issue of what to prepare. Let me check here quickly. Okay, there's no direct chapter that says to prepare, but here you'll see why yellow and blue, who can use this combination, where can I use this combination, what are the combination used for, ancestors, time zone, and related ancestors, watch out calling, importance of nutrition, good mindset, tips, and testimony. I love the one, the part of importance of nutrition. Guys, we're living in a days whereby we have lots of sicknesses. You cannot afford not to eat if you know that you are diabetic. And when you go to the healer, those are the things that you need to put forward. You are diabetic. There was no way you can go there. It's not critically important to go to figure ugabe. You can tell them that I had TB or I have a TB. I cannot do that. Other people, have got skin diseases. And then when they go there, they allow the healer to steam them. While they could have been given water, they've been given water to do a cleansing with a bit hot water in terms of the same temperature as when they're taking a bath. So those are all the things that you need to be prepared on. You need to put forward. When you register, if they do register where you're going, you must put forward okay, this is what I'm faced with. I cannot do this because of this and everything. But just avoid staying in your car, join other people, shut your mouth, wait for your turn to go inside. You go inside, you'll realize that it is much better than when you went to that other place, and then maybe we went to Gogo Bathini Mbatha, but there was too much noise in the waiting area and everything, and you were not satisfied with his consultation. Then you go to somebody, change your attitude. Then you'll see you'll get a better results compared to what you got from me. Because at the end of the day, it's not about Gogo Bathini Mbatha, it's about you. So yes, it does happen that we don't see everything. Siyafihlelwa ezinye izinto. Ancestors, they also make sure ukuthi some of the things they hide them from us because the person we are consulting for is not prepared to hear them. It does happen. Unless you open your can of worms, then we can discuss. Then immediately I can connect again, and then I can get confirmations. Then we know which we can proceed. So This book was going to help you in a lot of things that you are faced in life. You might be in Joburg, in Cape Town, wherever. You don't have money to travel as yet. Because, guys, this is not the end. You still need to go and consult if needs be. This is an important temporary thing, temporary help, but that can help generations and generations in your life. So if you don't have money for transport, at least order a book. Instead of using 1,200 on a bus only, not calculating, which means 1,200, 2,400, you're going to spend plus minus 5,000, including accommodation, if you are from Cape Town and traveling with a public transport to get to Gogo Bathini Mbatha. The 5,000 you don't have. You have to save a copy for now. Do what I tell you on this booklet. The reason it's so small is because of it is pregnant of a lot of information. So even you are in the bus, you can also read it. This book, you can read it and read it again and again and again. It's so conducive to do that. It's a very conducive space that you're going to find yourself spiritually. So please, and guys, when you have ordered the book, make sure ukuthi you don't just change the number. Read your SMSs, guys. Please. The PEP system, it hasn't got to WhatsApp messaging. Please visit your SMSs. We're getting lots of returns of this book. We just collected last week plus minus 300 books. In 1 week, 300 books collected back. It's not fair for both of us, because there's too much admin that we take in terms of us making sure that we go to PEP. Imagine one person going to PEP. They still have other work to help me with. Going to PEP, one person with 20 books. Then after fifth book, and then offline. See, offline put. So we're after one. That's why there are delays in us delivering. But don't allow us or don't allow we deliver, then you can't pick it up. So guys, today's video, I'm sorry to be a bit longer. Today's video, it was about Muti, preparing for using Muti, being disciplined when it comes to using Muti, as well as we ended with what you can do in preparation to go and consult. So stand up, fix your life, make sure ukuthi your life goes smooth. Prioritize. Sometimes you don't do things because you don't prioritize. Thokozani bogogo nomkhulu sabazendoda lesi ugogo Mbatha uanti usha. Salute.